Hello, friends. A very good evening to everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So, let us start today's class. Today, we are going to learn about a new chapter. Okay? We have already learned the Factories Act 19. What? 1947 or 48 or 49? 48, yes. 1948. So, I think there is no doubt regarding Factories Act 1948. Any doubt is there?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, fine. Thank you. So let us start today our Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. 1972. So the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. This one, this act has been enacted also in the year of 1972, and it has been commenced also in the year of 1972. So it has been commenced on 16 September 1972. Fine? Commenced. It has been commenced in the year of 1972 on 16 September. Okay? Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Once again, I'm asking. The Factories Act 1948, when it has commenced? First, 1st April 1949. You forgot. When I'm teaching, please listen carefully so that you can memorize directly. No need to see the chapter once again. Please listen properly. Okay? That's why I thought I should ask you. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
1st April 1949. The Factories Act 1948 has been commenced, means it came into force in the year of 1949, 1st April. Okay? And our this chapter, the Gratuity Act, the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, it has been commenced, means it came into force. It came into force when? 16th September. 16th September 1972. Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And it is applicable to whole of India. This act is applicable to whole of India. The gratuity, the word gratuity, the term gratuity came from a Latin word, okay? The word or the term gratuity, it came from a Latin word called gratuitas, fine? Okay? Gratuitous means showing gratitude. Means showing gratitude. Is it clear? This much?
Yes,
It
ma'am.
is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This one you please keep it in your mind. The word gratuity. The word gratuity came from where? Came from which word? Came from which term? The word gratuity, the term gratuity came from a Latin word. It is important because sometimes it is asked in as a MCQ question. Okay, so the word gratuity came from a Latin word called gratuitus, okay? And it means showing gratitude. Showing gratitude means I am showing gratitude means I am thankful to you, okay? So here in this act, the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, here what happens means the employer, the boss, employer shows gratitude to whom? To whom? To his or her employees. To his or her employees. Shows gratitude means he is thankful to his or her employees. Okay, and he shows his gratitude in the form of a cash, in the form of a cash, in the form of a gift. Okay. Now, what is called gratuity? What is called gratuity? According to the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, the gratuity is defined as a payment made. It's a payment made. Okay, it's a payment made by whom? By the employer. By the employer. Okay, whom? By whom? By the employer to his or her employees. To his or her employees. Okay, the employer made payment. The employer makes payment. Okay, to whom? To his or her employees. Okay, fine. At the time of when? At the time of hello. Okay. At the time of termination of service. At the time of termination of service, either by retirement on superannuation. Now, क्या होता है जब एक एम्प्लॉई एक एम्प्लॉयर के पास काम करता है तो वो बहुत सालों तक काम कर रहा है एक जगह. ही इज वर्किंग फॉर more than 5 years, more than 10 years at the same place under the same employer. Okay, and when he is going to retire from his service, during that period the employer shows gratitude to whom? To his or her employee. Okay, in the form of cash. Okay, in the form of cash. That time the employer make a payment. He makes a payment in the form of cash. Okay, and in this way he is showing his gratitude. In this way he is showing his gratitude towards his employee. Okay, that you have given service to my company, to me, so I am going to pay you a gift in the form of cash. That is called only gratuity. Fine. And superannuation. Superannuation, what is called superannuation? There is a fixed time period that you have to leave after this year, after completion of this year. Suppose I am now 40, so I am going to leave my company or leave my organization. I will retire from my organization at the age of 60. At the age of 60 means it has been means वो लिखा गया है that you have signed a contract that you have to leave at this period only. Okay, that is called superannuation. The time period is distinct. Okay, fine. That is called superannuation. Okay, or resignation. You may resign also, but the service should be continuous for 5 years, because after continuous service of 5 years, you will get the gratuity. You will get your gratuity. Fine? If the period will be less than 5 years, you will never get your gratuity. Okay? But there is some exceptions when you will get the gratuity if you have not crossed 5 years also. What are those? Or termination of service. Okay, if a person will be terminated from the service, if a person will be terminated from the service after completion of his 5 years, then also the employee will get his gratuity from his employer. Okay, is it clear?
Yes,
Fine?
ma'am.
Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what are the exceptions? Number one exception is if you are a apprentice, if you are a trainee, then you will never get the gratuity. Okay? If by death a person died in between the 5 years, before completion of 5 years, if the employee dies, then he will get the gratuity period, means for the period he has given service to his company or his his organization, wherever he has worked. From that company or organization, he will get the gratuity benefits from his employer. Okay? Because the person will die, so his nominee will be there, his mother, father, they will get. If he is unmarried, if he is married, his wife and his children, they will get the gratuity benefits. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the employer shows gratitude, thank you, in cash. I told you, na, in cash to his or her employees. Okay? This is the way of showing gratitude towards his or her employees. Okay? In the form of cash. And that is called gratuity. Okay? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, another thing I'm going to tell you, that the act has commenced in the year of 1972. Okay, and it has enacted also in the year of 1972. Okay, and commenced means it came into force in the year of 1972 on 16th September. Fine, on 16th September. But this act, the gratuity, means the payment of gratuity act, it has been time to time amended also. In the year of 2009, it has been amended also. Okay, so those things, one thing is there, I will tell you. So this much it is clear. Any doubt? No?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the payment of gratuity act, where it is applicable, in which field it is applicable. In some areas, the payment of gratuity act 1972, it is not applicable. In few areas, okay, and in few areas it has been applicable or it is applicable. Now, where the specified establishments, where the factories, you know about the Factory Act 1948, so there it has been established, the gratuity act. Okay, in the factories, in mines, okay? In oil fields, in plantations, plantations such as tea plantation or coffee plantation, okay? Next, ports, many ports are there, not about the small ports, okay? The larger ports, okay? About the larger ports it has been said, not about the smaller ports, okay? Then railway companies. You know about the railway companies? Indian Railway, yes or not? So there also it has been this gratuity act, the payment of gratuity act has been applied or it is applicable in these establishments. These are the specified establishments. Fine. You have to memorize this one. Sometimes it comes also. Okay. The specified establishments. Factories, mines, oil fields, plantations, ports, and railway companies. These are the specified establishments. Okay? Now, another thing is there, shops or other establishments. Shops. Many big shops are there, okay, where many people are working. Okay, suppose 10, if in a shop or if in an establishment 10 or more people, 10 or more persons are employed or were employed, okay? In Factories Act, I think you remember, yes or not? So 10 people or more, they were working or are working, okay, on any day of the preceding 12 months, with the aid of power. Suppose newspaper factory is there, newspaper where the newspapers manufactures. There 10 or more people are working with the aid of power, and they are working or were working on any preceding day of 12 months. Fine? Or 20 or more workers, 20 or more people are employed or were employed, means are working or were working on any day of the preceding 12 months, without the aid of power. Without the aid of power. Fine? Now, you may take the example of handicrafts, where the manual works takes place, okay, without the aid of power. Fine? So, these are other establishments, okay, fine. Many shops are also there and other establishments like these things, okay. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And yes. Now, who is called the employee? Who is called the employee? Employee is defined under the section 2E. Under the section 2E of the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Okay? There you have learned in Factories Act who are workers. Yes or not? Who are workers? Now here in this Payment of Gratuity Act, you are going to learn about the employee under section 2E of the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Now, any person, okay, any person other than an apprentice. I told you na, other than an apprentice. Apprentice is not involved as a worker or as a employee. Fine? Apprentice is not going to say it as an employee. Fine? And apprentice is called the trainee. Apprentice is called the trainee. Okay? Who is any person who is employed for wages. Employed for wages. Wages means salary. Yes or not? Employed for wages. Whether terms of such employment are express or implied. Express or implied means, can you tell me? Express or implied. Whether terms of such employment are express or implied. Can you tell me? Express means it has been expressed directly. Okay? It has been written in a written form directly. Fine? Expressed. Implied means indirect way. Indirectly it has been expressed. Okay? Implied means indirect way. Okay? Is it clear? Whether terms of such employment are express or implied. Express means direct expression. Implied means indirect expression. Okay? In any kind of work, manual or otherwise. Any kind of work means any work. Okay? It may be skilled also. It may be manual also. It may be machinery also. It may be technical also. Fine? Is it clear? Or otherwise in connection with the work of these things, with the work of factory, mine, oil field, plantation, port, railway company, shops or other establishments to which this act applies. Fine? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just keep it in your mind that the Gratuity Act 1972 is not included. It is not included to the apprentice and any such person who holds a post under CG means central government or SG means state government. Suppose Oil India, it's a company, public sector company, it has a different memorandum, yes or not? It has different rules and regulations for the payment of gratuity. They don't follow the Gratuity Act, the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. The central government employees, the state government employees, okay, the public sector employees, they don't follow the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. They have different rules. They have different rules and regulations for their payment of gratuity. Is it clear? Fine? Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, just 1 minute. Please take out the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972 in your book, 259 page. Yes, 260. Page number 260. Page number 260. Now here it has been said in Ahmedabad Private Primary Teachers Association versus Administrative Officer. Okay, it was a case under Supreme Court. Okay, and there it was held, the decision was given that the teacher was held to be not, means earlier it was said that teacher was not held to be an employee under the act, but earlier it was said the teacher was not under the, they will not be said as an employee under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. But after the amendment after the amendment of Payment of Gratuity Act 1972 in the year of 2009, in the year of 2009, it has been said, the decision has been given that the teachers will be included under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972 as an employee. Fine? Okay? So, the teachers will also get their gratuity. Okay? Prior to, no. Actually, when it has been amended in the year of 2009. So, from 2009 only they will get. So now, if somebody is working here, because 2009 already it has been calculated, no? So they will get, no, from 2009 it has been amended, but prior, if they have joined, they will get that facility. Yes, their service will be calculated. Because it has been already amended, na? And it has been said that they will get the facility. So definitely, if somebody has joined before the year 2009, then also they will get those facilities. Okay. Is it clear? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now here you see, it has been noted that teachers have also been covered under the definition of an employee. Okay? Fine? Gratuity is payable only after an employee completes 5 years of continuous service. I told you na, that gratuity is payable when? If he or she has worked continuously. If he or she has worked continuously in the same organization, under the same employer, or in the same organization for continuously 5 years, then only he or she will get the gratuity after the completion of 5 years. But in case of death or disability, the person will be avail those gratuity facilities if in case he has not completed 5 years of continuous service. Fine? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Death, please keep it in your mind, okay? Death, disability, and apprentice. Okay? Apprentice will not get, but if the person is disabled, or if the person already died, then his family or her family will get the gratuity benefit till he or she has worked. Okay? If they did not also completed 5 years of continuous service. Fine. In case of death or disablement, the condition of minimum 5 years of continuous service is not applicable. This one I have explained already. Now, maximum gratuity payable under this act is how much? Rupees 20 lakhs. Fine? Maximum gratuity, a person will get how much? Rupees 20 lakhs. Is it clear? No. Same organization? 5 years continuously. Yes. Yes, yes, because if he has completed the 5 years of service in one organization and after that he has resigned, then he will definitely get the this one gratuity. Hmm. Same, another company. Yes, yes, yes. Like that he can. But 5 years of service continuously in the same organization. But sometimes in private organizations they don't give also because yes, yes, because we have seen that in some organizations mean they have also different memorandum. Yes or not? They have different memorandum on the basis of that. But these, no, I have told you now where it is applicable. Only those because if you will see though many companies are there, other than these things. Just yes, other than these things, then sometimes they don't get. But it is applicable to these establishments. It is confirmed that Factories Act 1972 means this one, the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. It is applicable here in these establishments. It is confirmed. And here you will get these kinds of establishments where also the gratuity is payable. Okay? Maximum gratuity payable under this act is rupees 20 lakhs. It generally comes that what is the maximum gratuity payable under this act. So you have to tell that it is 20 lakhs. Okay? Now gratuity is payable. How gratuity is payable? There one calculation is there. On the basis of that calculation, the gratuity is payable. Gratuity is payable at the rate of 15 days wages last drawn, basic salary. Wages means how you will say about the wages? The basic salary plus DA. DA, you know, dearness allowance for every completed years of service. Now what is the formula for calculation of gratuity? Last wage drawn. Last wage drawn means when he has worked for around 20 years, 6 months, okay, then till 6 months, means when it will be 6 months, जब ये बोला जाएगा 6 months, that will be taken as one complete year. 6 months. If it will be more than 5 months, then you have to take it as a one complete year, one whole year. Means if the person has worked 20 years, 6 months, then you have to take 21 years. Fine? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So last wage drawn multiplied by 15 by 26 into completed years of service. Now 26, 15 you have understood? 15 days? Okay, 15 days you have understood. Now what is called 26? 26 is the number of days in 1 month. Suppose in February also we have 28 days. In case of leap year, we will get 29 days. Okay. In other months, we get 30 days, 31 days. So they don't take as 30, 31, 28 or 29. They take completely 1 month as 26 days. They calculate it as 26 days. This one is very important. Okay, what is the calculation of gratuity? How you will calculate the gratuity? Last wage drawn. Last wage drawn, fine? Last wage drawn, is it fine? Last wage drawn? And last wage is equal to the basic salary. Basic salary plus DA. Basic salary plus DA. Okay. Into 15. 15 means you will take only the rate of 15 days wages. You will take only the rate of 15 days wages. Fine? Only you will take the 15 days wages, not the complete days wages. Okay? Only the 15 days wages. Fine? Means 15 days salary. By 26. 26 means month. Okay? 1 month is equal to 26 days. Okay? 1 month is equal to 26 days. So, last wage drawn into 15 by 26 into completed years of service. Suppose you have completed 20 years, then 20, 15 years, 15. And if somebody has completed 20 years or 15 years, 15 years, 6 months, then it will be called as 16 years. Okay? And if somebody has completed 20 years, 6 months, then it will be said as 21 years. Okay? Fine? Means 6 months, more than 5 months will be taken as one whole year. Is it clear? 6 months a person has worked, then it will be taken as one whole year. Not as 6 months, not as 5 months, not as 7 months. It will be taken as one complete year. Is it clear? You have to count it as 1 year. Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
No doubt?
No, ma'am.
Any
No,
doubt?
ma'am.
No. Okay. Now, in the last year of service, if the employee, that means whatever I have said, if the employee has completed more than 6 months, it will be treated as one full year for the proposed gratuity. Okay? Is it clear? Any
Yes, ma'am.
doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, once again, I'm asking you, when the payment of Gratuity Act 1972 has been commenced?
I'm 16 September 1972.
Commenced. Commenced.
Ma'am, came into effect.
So, came into effect means? Came into effect means?
Ma'am, applicable.
Okay, fine. But came into effect means I was asking about the commencement. Does it mean that came into effect? Or enactment? Huh? Year is same. But commencement? Yes, I'm making you confused. I'm making you confused. You have to tell the answer. You are not clear about this? Commencement and enactment? Are you clear? Are you clear?
No, I got confused.
Yes, I understood. Commencement. Commencement means it came into force. Commencement means it came into force. Enactment means the law made. The law has been ready. The law is made and it is now ready. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Enactment, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
मतलब कब बना, लॉ कब बना, वो बनना जो है ना, लॉ का बनना जो है, लॉ का जो बन के तैयार होना है, that is called enactment. But when it has been initiated, or when it came into force, that means it is commenced. It is commenced. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now clear or confusion is there?
Ma'am, no confusion.
Okay. Rakhi?
मैम नो कंफ्यूजन.
हाँ, अब ठीक है?
हाँ मैम.
ठीक है. Okay. So today here I am going to conclude the class. Next class I will take on Saturday most probably. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.